Hey, what's up guys, this is Mr. Damon and welcome to Skyblock 102, the advanced classes. Now, I went over a lot of things on Skyblock 101, and that was just to get you through the basics. However, there are more advanced ways to get your island producing the materials that you would like, so I would like to show that in this video. First episode in this series is going to be about advanced cobblestone generators. Now, you can see a number of designs that I have already built behind me, but I'm going to be showing you the basics of how an automatic farm works. Now, seeing this is the basic principle of how a cobblestone generator works. You know, you flow lava into flowing water. Now, the easiest way to just make an automatic cobblestone generator is to activate it with pistons. And just place it like that, and there you go. You can just boom, boom. And that's the basic principle of how all the automatic farms are going to work. However, if you just have to sit here and use a switch constantly, that's a little bit annoying. So, I'm going to have to show some basic redstone in order to get it to work right. Now, there are two components to how the piston should work. There is a redstone clock and a pulse limiter. Now, I'm going to show you the redstone clock first, and this is the most basic, simplest clock that you can have that is also silent. There is another way to do it with torches, however, you're going to constantly get the of torches burning out when you do this. So you place down a comparator, and you put a lever behind it and turn it on, or you could put a torch there, or you could put a redstone block there. However, some way of powering the comparator right behind it. And you're going to take some redstone dust, bring it around over on this side, and then put a repeater down. And let's put that repeater on 2 ticks of delay, just so there's a little bit of delay. And then you're going to invert the signal on the comparator. And as you can see, the redstone is constantly flickering on and off. The reason this works is when the comparator is inverted, it's taking the signal that it takes in from the side, which right now is a full power signal because of the repeater, and subtracts it from this signal. Now, it lets the signal through, it's getting a full signal. But then that full signal comes to the repeater, delays through, and gets removed. Then it sends no signal, and then it comes back through. There's no signal getting removed from it, so it sends out a full signal. That's how a basic clock works. Now, the pulse limiter is a little bit more advanced, but I'm going to see if I can remember how to do this right off the bat. Now, we're going to need a repeater that goes into a block, and then another repeater that goes into another block. We'll bring it over this way. And then set that on 3 ticks of delay. And then redstone that comes around like that, and then a redstone torch, which I actually don't have. Oh yes, and that's what it was. Put a torch here, so that you're inverting this signal, and now that should have... Yeah, there we go. Okay, I just needed to update. There we go. So now, when the clock turns on and it powers this block, it'll immediately turn off this torch, which will immediately turn on this torch. But then this repeater has a delay, and after 3 ticks it will hit this block, and it will turn the torch off. So it limits the pulse, and if that makes any sense for you. And then we can just bring this signal over to that block, which will power that piston. And then you can see, as we turn on our clock here, we get a pulse going on the piston, and that will continue pushing the cobblestone all the way out. And that's the basic principle on advanced cobblestone generators, is right there. And there are multiple designs that you can use. See how quickly it filled out. And you can customize the delay on the pulse by increasing the ticks on this, adding more repeaters in. Let me just show what kind of delay that has. You can hear it in the background there. It actually has more of a delay. It doesn't... I've not found that the amount of delay actually affects anything. It just depends on when the lava is going to update, depending, and all that. So I'll show you a couple of more advanced designs. This is the most basic design you can come up with. I'll show you a couple more advanced ones in just a little bit. Alright, so this one here is one of my first designs I ever built for a advanced cobblestone generator, and actually it pushes the cobblestone up. You can see the pistons are right there. They're actually extended right now. And I have water sources that come over here, flow over here, same over here, and lava on either side. And it creates a 2x2 block of cobble when the lava expands, and it sends it up. Now I have it capped here with obsidian so that it doesn't move beyond that point and I can mine it out. So let me go turn on the clock. This one can be rather loud because you're standing right above the pistons, but as soon as that stops, there we go. Now you can see you can mine this out, and it will just keep pushing the cobblestone up, and you can just stand here and mine and mine and mine and mine. Now this is great because if you're actively mining, because it is constantly pushing them up, and you have 4 spots to choose from when you are mining. However, that's not the greatest design when you're trying to AFK farm, which is more often what you will do. Now let me just come down here and turn this off, and then I will show you my AFK farm. Let me just break into this. Okay, so I've actually enclosed this off pretty well. However, you can see I have my redstone clock going here, which is actually powered by a switch that I have in the front. And here's my pulse limiter as well, and it brings it up to the pistons, which are back here. Now the water sources are over here underneath the pistons, and the lava sources over here underneath this cobblestone. And it's a bank of 5 pistons that are all powered at the same time, and also there's a set of 5 pistons underneath. So the ones underneath will fire first, pushing the cobblestone up, and then these ones will fire and pushing it out. And that is that's the most efficient design I can come up with. Let's see if I can come down here. Yeah, there you go. You see it's pulsing every now and then to push the cobblestone up. So let me come out of this, and I will show you how it works. And yes, I'm aware of what the design kind of looks like. Shut up. So it's powered on right now. We can just start breaking away the cobblestone. Now, if I wasn't in creative mode, you could actually have some cobblestone dropping. And I created a whole bank of hoppers here. That's optional if you want. Iron is expensive on your islands, and that is not something that you'd want to do unless you were extremely rich. However, normally if you're AFK cobbling, you're just standing in one spot and mining down this way. And I can actually show you on my island the design that I have for that. And my design that I have on the island is actually a little bit more exposed than this one. Alright, so here's the design on my own island, and it's a little bit bulkier than I actually remembered it, but you can see the basic things here. We have the redstone clock and the pulse limiter, sending it to a bank of pistons, which is down under here, which pushes them up, and then these pistons here, which pushes them out. Now, if you don't want to use obsidian for a stop block for your pistons, you can actually use signs. And it's not something that I was aware of before now, but you can actually use signs. Anything with external data like signs or chests that have things in them or anything like, or hoppers even, can be used as stop blocks for pistons. So these the reason you want to have a set of stop blocks here is when this row is finished and these pistons cannot push anymore, the bottom pistons are still being activated and will still keep pushing them up. So unless you have stop blocks here, you're going to end up with a whole row here and plus a whole row up, which is not going to be what you want. Now, I have it set up so that there is I forget why this whole block here, oh yeah, I remember now. I have it set up so that I can come down here. Now, the reason you're hearing flowing water is I have a whole set of water here, and I just realized I came down here without a pick. Alright, so I'm back down here with the clock turned on and everything's working, and I have my pick. Sometimes when the server resets and you have your clock going, it actually freezes the clock. But you can see how I actually set it up so that there's birch on top so that mobs can't drop in if I'm doing this at night. And I don't have the, I'm doing this as AFK Cobble, and I can't defend myself. So you can see also that below it I have water that is pushing the cobblestone in towards a hopper, which sends it to a chest. There's actually another chest off that way that can fill up. But this is the best way I can think of to AFK Cobble. And you can see it just keeps going and going and going. So that's this design on the AFK Cobble. Now I have one other design for a cobblestone generator that is an absolute behemoth. And I'm going to show that to you right now. This is my behemoth for a redstone cobblestone generator. Now, this is quite large, and it uses a couple features that I didn't cover, like the block update detector up there, and it's on a rather long clock, and it has a lot of repeaters down here and a lot of pistons up here, and I will turn it on and show you how it works. Now, the basic principle of this one is it's the same as the other one. However, it doesn't push the cobblestone out that direction until it is all the way at the top. Now, when it gets to this piston up here, it will force this piston to update, which creates a redstone signal that powers all of those pistons and creates a wall of cobblestone. Now, this cobblestone generator is the fastest that I have ever seen. It can create a block of 2,002 pieces of cobblestone in under 5 minutes, which is way more than you would ever need. However, it's something that you could use on your island if you had all the iron to make all of these pistons. I mean, this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pistons by, I think it's 13 tall. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 13 tall. So 14 times 13 is, I don't have the time to do the math right now, but it's a lot of pistons right there. Plus you need the 2 pistons for the block update detector and all 14 pistons down here to run the cobblestone generator itself. Now it's still going, and you can see that it actually glitched out a little bit. However, it will correct itself by the time the block is finished, and that would only take 2 more pulses, and it wouldn't be that much longer than it would on a full block. Now, that is one of the issues that I seem to have with this design, is you can see it had a gap there and it filled it in and then it updated. That is one of the issues that I have with this design, is that actually it won't update and fill all these gaps unless this one is short, which it's not, so it won't have that. But you know what, with a block this large, having this 1 row or maybe 2 rows like that, it's not gonna fully fill it out. That's fine. You're still not going to be able to. This cobblestone generator creates cobblestone faster than you can mine it with an efficiency 4 pickaxe. I've actually tried to keep up with this thing in survival mode with an efficiency pickaxe, and it is not possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode on advanced cobblestone generators. I will see you in the next episode of Skyblock 102. Bye!